Hello, hello, and good morning. Listen, for all of you who has your mother to say Happy Mother's Day to, I suggest you do so. Whether you're not really speaking to her, like just text her, let her know that you love her, because it truly does matter, believe it or not. And for those of you who mother is no longer living, I pray that the Lord gives you the strength to make it through this day. I truly do. Because you got to remember, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, right? You know, uh, for those of you who have lost a child, buried a child, like myself, you know, my mother's no longer living. I have a child that is no longer living. Um, I pray that the Lord gives you the strength to make it through this day. You know, uh, Today is not a happy Mother's Day for many mothers. Yesterday, I just found out that someone I know lost her second child about a week ago. You know, so this is not a joyous time for everyone. And we've got to remember that, like, just because you've got your mom and all your children living, there are people who are not, who do not. And there are mothers that may not be smiling today, and it is okay. There are mothers that are going to be crying, and it is okay. There are going to be children that are crying because their mother is no longer living, and it is okay. So don't look at them crazy or with a look of judgment just because your mother and all of your children are living. You don't understand the pain that they feel inside. You don't understand that feeling of, oh, there's a part of me missing. And for those of us whose mothers are no longer living, when we want to hear our mom's voice and we can't, when we want to call our mother on the phone and just talk to our mom, we can't. When we want to call our mom and be like, Mama, this is going on in my life, but we can't. Yeah. Yeah, because what we got to understand is our mother is our first teacher majority of the time. It's the mother that is there with the children. Even when a family has a mother and father in the home, the mother is the one that is there with those children, waking up in the middle of the night with those children. The mother is the first teacher. You all don't have to like it, but the truth is the truth. For those of you that constantly disrespect your mother and you come from a woman, stop it. If you don't have anything nice to say to your mother, keep your mouth shut. That's what you do. Don't disrespect your mother. Don't disrespect your father, truth be told. The Bible tells us this. But at the same time, moms, don't provoke your children to anger. Dad, don't provoke your children to anger. The Lord wants families reconciled. He does. He does. He does. He does. But unfortunately, we are living in the signs of the times. We are. You know, for all the bereaved mothers, I am sincerely hoping that the Lord gives you the strength to make it through this day, because many of you are still celebrating the holidays. Although you're hurting on the inside. You're celebrating the holidays with a smile on your face, but you're hurting on the inside. The Lord has heard your cries in the midnight hour. And he's going to give you the strength to make it through this day. He is. He is. Take it from a woman who knows. He's going to give you the strength. Yesterday at work, like, I couldn't focus. And the Lord said, you've got to clock out. You've got to lay in my presence. You've got to allow me to give you strength to make it through. Because although you don't celebrate the holidays anymore, every holiday you celebrate it with your mother. So you can't act like it's not bothering you and you can't focus. You've got to rest, daughter. You've got to rest. When the Lord tells you to rest, you better rest, because at the end of the day, if you don't take a rest, your body will shut down. So I had to rest, and it's the truth. And I feel much better this morning after resting, truth be told. Yeah. Because yesterday I had to deal with my emotions. The fact that I am missing my mom. I had to cry about it. Yeah. I was on FaceTime with my younger son and my daughter, and although that was a joyous time, after that time, I had to cry and deal with the fact that my oldest son is no longer here, and I wish I could hear his voice as well. Does that make sense? You know, I had to check on someone, and come to find out they're not doing well about Mother's Day because they wish they could talk to their mom. See, this is what you all don't get. Like, you've got your mom, so you don't understand what other people are going through. But we know that, you know, we are born and then we pass away. And the question is, where will your soul go? Heaven or hell? That's just the whole truth. And oftentimes when everyone is alive and, you know, things are going well, we discount what others are going through. We act like what they're going through means nothing because you're not going through it. But see, that day that it knocks at your door, when it comes knocking at your door, everybody that you ignored when it happened to them, you're going to want them to be there for you. And many people will not, because at the end of the day, everybody don't walk in forgiveness. And they're going to look at you like you didn't care about when it happened to me. True story. It's some things that you can't make up. This is why you treat people the way you want to be treated. Because I'm telling you, when you treat people nasty and that thing come back around to you, then you want to play like your victim when you know that you were ugly and nasty towards everyone who came to you for help, for comfort, for empathy, for sympathy. Jesus Christ, for a listening ear. Like, the tables turn, you all. Like, literally, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. But you all got to remember today, every mother is not screaming, yay, happy Mother's Day. They're missing a child. True story. Every child is not like, yay, happy Mother's Day, because they can't say it to their very own mother that raised them and gave birth to them. See, this is what you all got to understand, especially you church folk. Especially you church folk, you religious folk. You religious folk. Yes, Jesus heals the brokenhearted and he binds up our wounds, but at the same time, Jesus gave us emotions too. The Lord allows us to feel these emotions. I'm going to tell you, he allowed me to feel them to keep me with a contrite heart before him, so I can stay broken before him. He's made this clear to me. There were some things I had to go through in life so I could keep a heart of what? Flesh, and not have a stony heart. It's just the truth, man. There are some things you can't make up with God. But glory be to God. We thank God for the feelings of sorrow and mourning and grief, because the joy truly does come in the morning. I mean, like when you truly rest in the presence of the Lord and you feel like you don't have anything left in you, and then he gives you this strength, this supernatural strength, and then he wraps his loving arms around you, the comforter, the Holy Spirit comforts you. It's just a whole nother level of, I'm just thanking you, Lord, on today. I am grateful for everything that you have done for me on today. I know I wish my mother was here, but my mother is no longer in pain. I know I wish my son was here, but my God, the situation could have been much worse. I could have been a grieving mother while he was living on earth. Like, I don't think you all understand. You know, the Lord will show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Believe that, I'm telling you. And he'll let you know what situation you're in right now is for the best. You may not understand everything right now, but you will in due time. See, here's the problem with us and our human nature. We want to know what's going on. We want to know every detail. We want to sit up here and act like we need to know everything. Some things are kept from us for our own protection, believe it or not, for our own sanity, believe it or not. But yet, our human nature, we want to know it all. We want all the answers. I mean, I need to know why. Oh, the Lord is like, you've got to trust me. You've got to trust me. My ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. But I need you to trust me. So the question is on today, are you going to trust the Lord? Seriously. Literally. Are you going to trust in the Lord? Like, it's some things that are just so simple. Are you going to trust God? I choose to trust God. I do. And sometimes it's not easy. But with God, all things are possible, right? So I'm able to trust him. But Lord, I miss my mother. I miss my oldest son. And I'm grateful for my living children and my grandchildren. But that does not stop me from missing the child that is no longer here. And it doesn't stop me from missing my mom.